So for this month's video, I'm going to be doing another Holocron. I'm on a big Holocron kick right now. But I'm going to do something again, totally different. And I'm going to make another Sith Holocron. I'm going to go ahead and bypass some of the things that I've done. You've seen it already on my my ancient Sith Exar Kun Holocron that I did. So I'm going to bypass some of that stuff and get to some of the more exciting aspects that I'm going for. I'll show you the inspiration that is behind me wanting to make this. It's something that I had made before. Actually, I made a type of candle holder, but I'll show you what it looks like here in a second for this this Holocron build. It's going to be a bit of a challenge because there's a lot of pieces to it, but it's going to look really, really cool if I can pull it off, which I think I can. And stay tuned also, because I'm going to try to make some extra, and then I will try to make them available for you guys to purchase. I'm going to start trying to see if I can make some of these ancient Holocrons, because I really like how they look. They're unique. They're not something that you'd find at like a Star Wars store, so it's like one of a kind kind of thing. And so I'm going to try to make some of these things available that you can purchase if you really would like to have some of these things. So with that in mind, let's get to it. Okay, so I went ahead and got all of my base pieces cut out right here. You can see a little bit of a shimmer on there. I like to mark out where exactly I'm cutting things out. So that's what's up with that. One thing I also did with it that's a little bit different, instead of just cutting it all out with the coping saw like I did before, I set up a jig to make things a little bit easier for myself on the table saw. So that's what I did on that. The next step that I'm going to be doing is where it gets fun and different than what I did before. So what I'm going to be doing, the inspiration behind this is actually, like I said, a candle holder that I made, and this is the candle holder. All right, it's got all these little parts on it and stuff, and so I looked at it, and then at one point I saw an image of something that looked like this, but is actually an element that is on the periodic table, and it is called Bismuth, and that's what I want to make this Holocron look like. I want to look like Bismuth, so I'm going to be going really out of my element with the painting that I'm doing. Of course, everything that I've been doing so far has been out of my elements with the painting, but believe it or not, I actually wanted to try to make the Bismuth before I did the marble Holocron, and I couldn't figure out how I was gonna pull it off. So I set that one to the side, but I really wanted to do the Bismuth one. And so I finally figured out how I'm going to do it. Now, it's not going to have all of the big parts like this one has. It's going to have more smaller pieces. But I also ended up getting an airbrush paint called Space Dust. And it's got these color changing, shifting colors, kind of like, you know, what you see on I guess the pearlescent cars. And I'm excited to try this out. My sister was gracious enough to let me borrow her airbrush so I can try this out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. And so now we get into the part of making all the little bits. I'm gonna need a lot of little bits to go ahead and do this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on that part now. So one thing I forgot to record was when I cut out the negative space on the sides of my holocrons, I found a faster way to cut them out, and I used a Dremel tool with a disc wheel on it to cut it out, and then I used the coping saw to kind of finish it out, to make a nice cleaner cut, as my coping saw tends to get a little squirrely on me. The good thing was that I was able to utilize that in a much more efficient manner. So yeah, sorry that I didn't get that on video for you guys, but I hope that helps. So this is where things get really tedious. Gluing all these individual parts wherever it is that I feel that they need to go is where it's going to end up getting glued on, and it's just going to be a very time-consuming setup, but hopefully it turns out the way I want it to. If not, well, gonna have to figure something else out, so let's see what we can do. So you probably can't see it too much. I might see a little bit of shimmer on there, but from what I have read and also experimented with is that you need to go ahead and build this thing up a little bit in layers. So thankfully it also says that it dries pretty quick. So we're just gonna keep messing around until we get the desired look that we're kind of going for. So more and more layers is what we're gonna attempt to do on this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put another round of this color in there and maybe add another one. This one is the electric blue intense violet combination. I mean, I can see the blue and violet in there. I don't know if you guys can, but we'll see how it looks with another layer added to it. All right, so as you can see, it's starting to get some effects to it. Which is kind of cool looking so far. Just gotta keep playing with it, I guess, and we'll get there. So this one, I think, really kind of stands out. This one right here is a red gold finish. I mean, you probably can't see the red so much. You can see a lot of the gold. I can see some like pinkish purple, but you know, since I'm going for two different ones, you know, I'm trying different colors in the mix. So this one's turning out kind of cool looking though. Like I said, I'm going to add some other colors to it as well, but I really want to get a good solid base coat of the primary colors that I started with before I move on and adding different hues to it to accent it and stuff. So yeah, I think it'll turn out and start looking like bismuth after a while, hopefully. But yeah, let's keep going at it. Alright everyone, finally finished off the Sith Holocrons, the ancient Sith Holocrons, and as you know, I've tried to recreate a Bismuth kind of look to it. I have with me my sister Tabitha, part of the Dreaming Tabitha YouTube is her name. And
making art is my game.
Right, and I wanted to do a reveal to her of the Holocrons and just get a reaction from her for it. So, all right, I guess we'll go ahead and get to it. I have, like I said, I made 2 of them, and they are slightly different. And we'll go ahead and just get a reaction from her for these. So I'll go ahead and reveal the first one. Tabitha, will you open your eyes?
I feel like it's a game show. Would you open it? This is cool. I like the protrusions. You kind of sent me some, you know, like in the process pictures, but of course seeing it all come together, I really like the colors. I like the fact that the colors turn into different colors.
To which you can hold it as well too, so I mean,
it's not sticky?
No.
Good. I don't like super glue on my fingers. Well, who doesn't love, what is this called, shark skin?
No, this is actually, it's called Shifter's Space Dust.
Well, how appropriate.
From Vallejo.
This is really cool. Of course, you can see like little swirly things on the inside. This is like a great paperweight. It looks like one of those 80s creations, but this is, so what are these letters?
So those are supposed to be ancient Sith text that I got from the Book of the Sith.
Ah, so it's legit.
And it says shadow.
Really smooth, but not too smooth. There's some rough edges here, which is kind of nice because it makes it feel more realistic, more organic is the word?
Yeah.
I mean, you made 2. What's the difference between this one and that one?
There's, well, of course, the layout of the different pieces, and then the color is a little bit different
as well.
This one
seems more purplish blue, while this has some, like, green.
Which is kind of different because, so this one, the one in your right hand, I actually started with like a bluish green color, but the one on the left, I started with a golden color.
Okay, that would make sense why it has kind of like this. I see like a neutral undertone.
And then I kind of built it up with that, trying to play around. Actually, the color was red gold, is what I started with.
I mean, I don't know if you're asking for favorites or anything like that. I kind of like the color on this one better, but I like that this one has more blocks on it. Like, it just kind of almost looks like one of these sci-fi element explosion things, kind of like stalagmites just kind of sticking out of it.
Right.
Or like those stones in, was it Galway, Ireland or whatever, where, yeah, they just all kind of stick out like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, and I showed them the inspiration behind it as far as that one candle holder that I had, really that cool. I used for it. And it's got, I think, 6 coats of polyurethane on it.
Which is why it's extremely shiny. This is really cool. I mean, you could do some really cool things, even just like...
And it was my first time also using, you know, the airbrush.
You kind of put something like... This looks cool, like some kind of weird artifact, too. I like that. This is really, like, a really cool decoration for, like, a desk for a Star Wars junkie, for sure. I like these a lot. I liked your first one a lot, but these ones are a lot more unique.
You know whose display area it would really, like, look good at?
Mine?
Well, besides yours, would be, Dennis from Black Market Outpost. His den of antiquities that he has going on.
Dennis got some cool stuff for sure. Well, Dennis is so swag that he could make it like light up with
I'm sure
words
he can do all kind of stuff with it that I did.
You can check out my channel. I did some work with Dennis as well, and he did some lights that were cool. And so you never know. Dennis has a way of taking something that's already pretty cool and making it cooler.
And as usual, I'll go ahead and leave links to everybody's YouTube channels and their other media outlets.
Oh man, look, I look like some kind of Power Ranger villain. Because, you know, it's all about the shoulder blades.
But yeah, thank you for being here to go ahead and see these and give it your reactions and your takes on it and your, you know.
I want more.
More, always more. I have ideas already. You know, it's crazy. I'm in the middle of building one. I already got an idea for another one, so...
I suggested elemental holocrons.
Yeah, that was something that very interesting for me to try to attempt to do. I don't know how I do like fire, but I have an idea for one.
Well, when you set it on fire.
Well, obviously, yeah, I just can't sell it or give it away.
It's a one-time only exclusive opportunity holocron.
Yeah. As soon as you go ahead and learn its secrets, it bursts into flames.
This message will self-destruct.
Right,
I don't see
like
what the
James
problem
Bond
is.
and Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible.
I think that would be really cool. But yeah. Ooh, a water one.
Water one would be kind of cool. Although I guess that fits the glacier idea.
No, that's frozen. That's different. It's completely different.
Bring Elsa in on that one. Anyway, so all right, so we'll go ahead and sign off from there after seeing that, and we'll go ahead and make sure you get some glamour shots of this thing once we're going. All right, take care.